Hi, my name is Jan. I'm here to talk about return on investment, and I will try to take you through some of the stuff that is important when you have an active presence as a company on Facebook. First of all, I will show you some of the Facebook data, and also I will show you some good Danish cases which proves how you can do it. So let's look at it. First, Facebook data is a lot of stuff. Working inside Facebook for 3 years, I've gained a lot of knowledge about internal stuff and how Facebook works. That is not what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm just going to show you some key factors that you need to know or need to be aware of before you're starting. First of all, Facebook have above 1 billion active users worldwide. This number is huge, but also very well known. Most of people have heard this. The important part of this is actually that Facebook have been capable of connecting and engaging over 12% of the worldwide population. In Denmark, that number equals up to just over 3 million people. People that use Facebook on a daily basis. An average Facebook user in Denmark have 197 friends, and those people actually spend 28 minutes per user per day inside Facebook. With 72% recall every day, that means that over 2 million Danish people visit Facebook every day, all year round. Furthermore, you can see that in UK, I just found the data that actually 50% or almost 50% of the data time spent on mobile goes to the Facebook app. That means that Facebook is also huge in time spent around the world. When it comes to inside Facebook, Facebook has 3,500 employees worldwide. 20% of them, 20 of them are in the Nordic countries or related to the Nordic countries, even sitting in Dublin or in the headquarters in Stockholm. Facebook is also represented by more than 20 offices around the world, and the closest one to Denmark is actually the Stockholm office and the German office in Hamburg. When we're looking at Danish cases, the first one I will take you is a B2C client called Startour, who is a travel agency. They have been actually doing this for 3 or 4 years, and they are very, very good on Facebook. First of all, they are good at creating a dialogue with their fans. A dialogue where they gain a lot of engagement from their fans, and they do that because they are actually relevant and create value for their likes. They are very good at taking top-of-mind topics and discuss those ones with the angle that they are a travel agency. And the most important point about Startour is that they're selling products directly from their Facebook activities. Each and every day they have good offers exclusively to their Facebook friends, and they engage with them, asking them, where do you want to go next, where should our next offer go, and so on and so on. That's why this is an extremely good case. The next one is the big global Danish company called Maersk Line, who is a shipping company. They decided back in 2010 that they will go online on social media. The thing with this one is that they are also good at creating engagement. They are also good at being relevant because they have a lot of great and interesting content to show to their fans. They have also managed actually to improve their image. Early on, Maersk have been considered quite close and quite secret of a company, but now they have improved their image because of their presence on Facebook. And of course, yet again, most importantly, they track and measure the direct impact they have from their Facebook presence to their sales work and their daily life. And this is why this is a good case. The next thing I will talk to you about is the importance of choosing the right mission. Choosing the right mission makes it so more simple to keep focus on doing the right stuff on Facebook. In this case, I have taken the client Mercedes, and we have tried to show here how they can and should work with Facebook. The marketing funnel is not new for anyone. This one have been going on for ages and contains the same values as always. At the top, we have the client get a preference for a brand, and at the bottom, in this case, client buys a car. But everyone agrees on the fact that Mercedes will never succeed on selling an actual car on Facebook. That's not going to happen because a Mercedes car is not that kind of product. Does that mean that Mercedes doesn't have anything to do on Facebook? Of course no. It has this sense that we need to find another purpose. Since this can no longer be our goal, then the goal for Facebook needs to be somewhere up at the funnel. Somewhere up here. And that of course is the question. What is the mission now? For Mercedes and for new clients, this could be quite easy because we are actually capable of creating an application that can recruit people to order a test drive. And when people order a test drive, then of course the car dealer will take over the conversation from there. But that also means when this is the goal, that means that the Facebook space, the Facebook area actually narrows down. It will look more like this. Because then up here is Facebook and down here is the one-on-one communication between the car dealer and the client. And that means that when you choose the right mission, what is that? Well, why should we be active on Facebook? We need to be able to clearly define what our mission should be, otherwise we will be wasting our money. And in worst case, I will say, sooner or later we will run out of patience, budget, or even both. And yeah. That's no use. Next to that, of course, we have the right mission. We also need to be able to measure the mission in the right way. If we're not capable of measuring the mission, then we don't know when we succeed, when we are halfway, when it's time to update, adjust, or what to do. Then we will just be there. The last point I will talk to you about is actually market value, or how a brand could benefit from being on Facebook. Market value and how to calculate it is one example, and I will try to show you how. How to measure Facebook brand value? Yeah, one way is actually to measure the market value on all impressions, meaning what should we pay if we should have bought all those impressions that we got on Facebook, if we should have done some regular advertising. That is, of course, an estimate of a realistic value of the Facebook presence based on the price that we pay for different kind of advertising, and then, of course, correlated to the number of achieved impressions on Facebook. That gives us a formula that looks quite complicated, but is quite simple. It looks like this, because the market value is a mixture between organic impressions and that value, plus the paid impressions, the advertising and that value, and last but not least, the viral impressions. The impressions that we get when users engage with our brand and their friends actually see that engagement. This is a quite simple formula to do that. When you're on Facebook, you can do it quite simple. You're a page admin, then you go to Page Insight. In Page Insight, you push the little button called Export Data. Then you get this menu up where you choose to put in page level data, you put in the date range, and then you choose the output format, in this case Excel spreadsheet, and then you push download. When you push download, you actually get this spreadsheet where we have all these columns. A lot of data and a lot of columns that we can overanalyze from now to eternity. But here, just let us focus on one thing, and that is actually that if we aggregate the numbers in the column, AF, AI, and AL, then we can take the aggregated numbers of impressions and put it into the matrix that I showed you before, looking like this. And then we will get a quite simple calculation. That calculation shows us the organic impressions. Those are the impressions towards our existing fans. We have the advertising in the paid impressions. And last but not least, we have the viral impressions. That is the friends of fans who have seen some engagement. Those ones have a different value because they have a different meaning and they make it more relevant for people to actually engage with the brand. In the case of the Danish Postal Service, this number clearly indicates how is the aggregated value, or how much should they have paid if they want the same impressions bought as normal advertising. Of course, it's very important to mention that this goal will only be secondary to the overall Facebook mission. When we were talking about Mercedes, that was actually that clients should order a test drive. That was the main goal. Thank you.